With all the stuff circling around P. Diddy and the alleged sex trafficking stuff and the wild sex parties and the Christians that have been linked to him or associated with him, like a T.D. Jakes, like a Lecrae, and I'm sure there'll be others. Now, as you can see in this video, they are making fun of P. Diddy, and yes, the other guy is acting as T.D. Jakes, which wouldn't be possible if T.D. Jakes did not associate with him. Now, I wanted to speak to us Christians, and yes, I include myself in this equation. We have to be careful with who we endorse, associate with, collaborate with, hang out with, and we need to use discernment. And sometimes just simply saying no or simply saying thanks, but no thanks. Now, some will say Paul says he became all things to all men. Yes, this does not mean he compromised his faith and holy standards. And when we read it in context, Paul is referring to subjecting himself to a harder life than he had to live. And he did it for the sake of the gospel. Not for fame, not for culture, not for clout, none of that. Scripture also tells us that we are in the world, not of the world. We live by a different code, a different standard, God's standard. Now, this does not mean that we stick up our nose at people, not at all. But we may sometimes have to deal with people from arm's length. Before we link up with somebody, we have a wonderful thing called the internet. We have social media. I can research a person and get an understanding of who they are and what they're about. Now, I'm not looking for perfection, but I'm looking for red flags. This can help us with our approach with people. You may have to approach that person very cautiously. Now, we've all have been burned, thinking we know someone and then realizing they are not who they say they are. I get it. Or people may reach out to you with bad intentions. The moment you find out something shady, you need to distance yourself immediately. And let me give you an example. If Kanye reached out to me and invited me to a party, knowing what I know, I would respectfully decline. Now, if he said, I would like to have a conversation with you, let's say about the Christian faith or the Bible, sure, no problem. And let's say I did meet up with him and it's something different from what he said it would be. Well, then I'm out. We have to be careful because our association can come back and bite us, as we see with T.D. Jakes, especially as a Christian. Now, here's the thing. These Christians might want to be involved in these things, these parties, these meetings, things like that. Well, then that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother story. Remember, guys, in the world, not of the world. And we should hate the things of the world, not the people, but you can hate the sinful things they are involved in. Rebuke it. Help them if it does not compromise you. And if so, if you know it's going to compromise, stay away and pray. Help and love from a distance, and definitely do not partake in the activities that they're doing. So guys, as I say, be bold, be blessed, but most importantly, be biblically constructed.